Okay, so I had to go take that damn wig off because it was making me sweat and compose myself because I couldn't talk about this before, right after that video. So you probably noticed there was people that I left out of that video, and that's because I wanted to make a separate video talking about that, and that's TeamVSG. We have been talking for, oh my gosh, more than a year at this point, I think. I'm trying to remember. You know, what's funny is I kind of remember exactly how it all started. I messaged Mike, VSG Bear, and Kirk, VSG Kirk. And I won't exactly say what the message was about, but it was just a funny message. And we started talking. And then I don't know if I've ever told this story, so I thought I would share this just as part of the whole experience. We started talking, and then Corey started talking, and we had named the chat Goldilocks and the Three Bears, which is sort of funny. And then at one point it switched to the Golden Girls, and then we brought Jamie into that because she was friends with Mike, and then eventually Spoon as well, near Norgan, and but you know, TeamVSG really came out of the Obesity Help Conference. That's when that kind of all started. You know, it was the first time we all met each other in person. But we had been planning this trip together for 11 months. I mean, as soon as we heard about it, we were like, cruise, yep, we're in. And we'd been waiting and waiting for this to happen. I wanted to talk about TeamVSG separately because these guys, they're part of my life every day. And you know, stuff happens, and people's lives change, and what you need changes when it comes to support. And we don't necessarily all talk every day anymore, but I know that if I need anything, I can count on every single one of them. And I felt like I needed to talk about them separately. I know I did talk about Sarah Spoon, Neuronorgan, in my other video. But, you know, she's obviously part of TeamVSG as well. I'm so thankful to have found all of these folks, you know. It is a special thing to have a group of people that you can count on, that you can be vulnerable with, that you can share, you know, your triumphs and your successes, but also your failures with. You know, I know that when I say, hey, you know, I lost 3 pounds this week, they're excited. And if I say, hey, I gained 3 pounds this week, they're just as supportive, you know, good or bad. It's a rare thing to have a group of friends like that. And it's a special thing. Spending 9 days with most of them anyway, it was just so special. I don't know whether that will ever happen again. You know, it probably won't. But each and every one of them is really special to me. And our relationship together is special. And that's kind of why I needed to take a little breather after that last video to be able to talk about it. Mike, VSG Bear, he's so shady. I love that about him. He's hilarious. And yet he has such a big heart. It's really funny because I think he tries to come off as a certain thing, and then, but really deep down it's something else. He is like a big teddy bear. And we, you know, don't talk as much as we used to, but I know, and I hope that he knows that, you know, nothing has changed. We're always there for each other. And I know that he's had to go through a lot just recently with all sorts of things. And I'm hoping that, I know he's going to be in Syracuse over the next little while, spending time with his mom. So I'm hoping to be able to go down there, visit him, and hopefully get up to some fun. But yeah, he's a really special person, and I enjoyed cruising with him and with his friend Craig, who was there too, which was awesome. Jamie, VSG Betty, she is so freaking adorable. Like, and so fierce. And I just feel like in some ways we're really alike. And I think that's why we get along. I think she's had an amazing journey. I mean, her transformation is crazy. And you know, girl, that when it comes time for my plastics, I'm going to be asking you all sorts of things. But you look hot. Like, if anyone has seen the picture that she posted by the pool of her in her flamingo bikini, or her parrot bikini, sorry, unbelievable. I'm really happy for you. And I love you. Kirk, my lady Kirk, you know I love you. I've always felt a special connection with you, and you are just so wise and so full of love and so supportive. You always know the right thing to say. I love that about you. And I loved our moment on the cruise. It meant so much to me. Sometimes you don't need words. And I feel like that's kind of what our relationship is like. We don't always need words. And I wish you didn't live in Seattle. I wish we could go to drag shows every weekend because I would totally be there. You know, you're someone else who, honestly, your transformation blows me away. And I'm so proud of everything that you've accomplished. And I just hope that everything just gets better and better for you because you deserve it. Corey J. Cook. It's funny, but almost every single person who's come back from Tampa, if you watch their video, they talk about Corey. And the reason they talk about Corey is because he really is an amazing person. Coco makes me laugh. He makes me cry. He's just so genuine. So genuinely nice and giving. And but he also has this really hilarious side to him. I appreciate... I can't talk. I appreciate you being there for me, Corey. It meant a lot for me, to me. And I know that there were so many things that you did for people in Tampa. Everyone is grateful for everything that you did, but I'm grateful for what you did for me, for having my back, and for being willing to put yourself out there for me. I can't tell you what that means to me, but I will always be grateful. I wish everyone could experience what I've experienced in the last week and a half. I wish everyone could feel as loved as I felt, as understood as I felt. I feel like I had an awakening. Like, people talk about this journey, like a lot of people use the example of a butterfly. About being like the ugly, fuzzy, fat caterpillar. And then, you know, building your cocoon, and then having that moment where, you know, you break free and you fly away. And I kind of feel like I broke free of that cocoon a little while ago, but I was like, you know, drying off, just waiting. In this past week and a half, I felt like I finally flew. I felt like I could finally own my journey and own who I am right now. And with the support of my friends and the people who care for me, I felt like I could fly, finally. And there's nothing in the world that compares to that feeling. So thank you, TeamVSG. And thank you to everyone who was part of this. You guys are the best. So, remember, it's not just what you've lost, it's what you've gained.